Hello, everyone. Welcome to Now That's Love. My name is Janae LaFleur, and today I want to discuss how debilitating fear can be and how it can be shifted into a very powerful source for each one of us. Fear is going to always be in our life. It's part of the human brain system, but we can look at it different ways. And so I've had some epiphany moments on my own walk, and today was that I remember a quote about if you look at fear and you see it and it's a mile wide, like it's a lake, it's a mile wide, but you go and you step your toe in it and you realize it's only an inch deep. So bring that in to your mental frame. Just breathe it in. Have this be your go to. I'm going to teach you a couple of them. Your go to for every time you start to feel fear. Really, what it's asking for you is to take courageous action. So we can either not go and face it, and one or two things is going to come up. You're going to disrespect yourself. Like, why didn't I do that? Why, a life of regrets, fearing what other people think or what might happen. Let me give some examples. You're in a relationship, that's just not going, it's done. Both of you actually probably know it's done, or maybe one of you just definitely know it's over. A friendship, a romantic relationship, or whatever. But the fear of the unknown, like, am I going to have another friend that will be in my life, or being alone? Will there be another person that will want to be in a relationship with me? Just those are a couple of examples with fear-based of the unknown. And in marriages, I see this often with people not wanting to get divorced because the fear factor of the unknown. It's so real in the brain. But if you'll just look at it and think, 2 years from now, I'm out of this relationship and I'm in a beautiful relationship, or I'm thriving by myself, I'm going to create my reality and not stay stuck. So many people will stay in situations out of the fear. And we've all done it. I've done it. One of the times I think I wanted to express that was the most intense for fear when I didn't understand all I understand now was I was literally living second to second and with anxiety. The fear of the future was so beyond real in my brain. I wasn't shutting it off, and I wasn't getting enough sleep at the time. I was getting out of a bad relationship, and I literally was more scared of fear of being fearful. I was fearful of being fearful, and it was taking me out. And I literally was like, just live one more second, just breathe one more second. Okay, we've got 5 seconds. I know this sounds crazy that I'm even saying this, but I was there. I was literally mentally there. Um, it it was a minute before I got out of that, and I just remember the intensity that was probably wired in my brain to be fearful of fear. Fast forward, 7, 8, 9, 10 years later, like it's kind of been a little bit of a walk. If you look at the puddle that you're just walking into, think of the things you've accomplished in life. Most of them probably you were somewhat fearful before you did it. Like, even uh, for me, I got asked to dance a routine on the NPC stage, and I had 10 days to learn the dance. Everybody else had already had 7 weeks, and they were all choreographers. And there was something in my heart that said I had to do it. Like, you have to do this. It's like so much bigger than you. So I was determined. I mentally rehearsed, and I got up there, and I loved every single moment. Well, that led into bigger things after that, that I would have never even been able to fathom. The unknown, it was bigger than me. It was so much fun. What came into my life after that? So the accomplishment of doing boot camp. I was literally curled up like a little baby in bed the night before I was going to go do boot camp for a whole bunch of ladies. I had such great expectations. I still was living in the perfectionism mindset. And I got there, and within 10 minutes, I was thinking, wow, I absolutely love this. I love this. And then the next time, I was so excited to meet all the ladies, and I was just getting up and super happy to be with all these loves. So we can teach our brain to become friends with fear. We can teach our brain that if we keep on facing it and running into it, stepping forward into the little puddles that we thought was going to be a deep lake that we wouldn't be able to swim, that we actually are accomplishing great things. We're here to truly live and give our fullest, our wholehearted selves into this world. And fear seems to be the number one thing that keeps us stuck in our own mind prison. We literally think we're safe, but we're not valuing ourselves. We're not respecting the wholeness and the greatness that we are. Now, I say this, but I will tell you honestly that I will pick up. I do this little thing with images, Kay, and if you're on the podcast, I'm picking up bath salt balls. But say that you have a fear factor. Say maybe you're doing let's go into a finance thing. You look at all the bills you have, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, and either you're going to avoid it or you're going to just be overwhelmed, and you let the whole day be ruined. So you can just pretend like you're on your walk. You're just about to step into the water. You're facing your finances. You're facing what you have accumulated or whatever debt wise. You're just picking up the ball of fear. Okay. It's literally not you. It's not you. It's just a ball. It's an emotion. You can throw it, toss it, whatever. You can carry it with you and say, hey, let's do this. Let's just face it and let's be courageous and let's go. This could be guilt. This could be shame. This could be sadness or anger, like whatever the thought process is what is picking these babies up. The thought process is picking the guilt, the shame, the story we're telling ourselves, is picking these up in our mind. So when we say face things, know that they're not bigger than us, and they're just emotions that have been given to us as a gift, kind of like directing our course. We don't really like sitting in suffering. We really don't like sitting in fear. So it's directing us. So it's just a director in your mind. But it's just seriously like a little ball. This helped me so much not do the anxiety thing, knowing that actually the unknown is pretty freaking awesome. You could have the unknown instead of it being, I'm so scared of leaving this relationship, as it being what's next and Christmas. Like, we don't know what we're getting for Christmas. We don't know like certain fun surprises, and we can look at that and face into things. It can become that our brain actually enjoys these emotions in a way because it's just a direction. Fear gets us up and moving if we allow it. Fear can be an adrenaline rush. It can make us feel alive. It can make us feel like we've accomplished great things because we had the courage to go past it. And then our brain's thinking, oh, but it's not that bad. We train our brain, and we don't need to let it or have it feel like it's taking care over us. So that's just my little clip on the mind freedom technique for fear that I've used. And we're not meant to look back over months of our life or days of our life and think, wow, it was terrible because I really suffered so much. Let's say someone passes away. You're meant to pick up, it's okay to pick up the sad, the emotion that's sad, and feel it and really feel it. We get so scared of these negative emotions. And if you're in the law of attraction world, there's a spiritual bypassing of like, oh, you're not on the right frequency. And I got caught up in that for a minute. It's just actually making your body hold on to all these emotions, internalize it, and you're not really truly living the spiritual human life. Like, your spirit decided to come down here and feel all the emotions and feel them to the fullest. The depths of love to the depths of anger, the depths of sadness to the depths of joy. So we get to choose how we look at each story. We can choose to just pick up the ball of fear and notice it's just this emotion, but we step forward into the mile wide lake that's only an inch deep, and then we realize we can either run that mile and be there in really fast. We can walk it, whatever we want to do, but there's so many beautiful things you can accomplish with fear in the just holding it and realizing it can be your ally and not be scared of it. It doesn't need to be in your brain wiring that it's a big monster, that it's a impossible task, it's impossible to create or accomplish. So we are master creators, each one of us, and it's beautiful to see people step out from being a small light into being a big light and knowing their worth and accepting all that they are. Except that we're going to all have fear all the time, different times, I should say. But it shouldn't stump us, it shouldn't stop us. And this comes from my heart because I definitely have had moments where it's completely curled me in a ball, it scared me to death. But in the big picture of things in the cosmos of life, you think of the vast universe and this little speck of moment you get to live here on this earth. And what are you doing? What unique gifts do you have that get to be shared with this world? Even if it's just pure, deep compassion that you have as a gift that you can share with others. Whatever it is, know thyself, love thyself, and through that you will always heal yourself. And so, from my heart to yours, may your home be full of peace and love. And I hope this helped. Let me know down below. Lots of love. Bye bye.